Insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. Good morning to our listeners as well as our viewers on YouTube. And hello to the producer of the Buzz, Miss Susan Watson. Susan is in the other studio getting us out on the air. This morning we put the focus on the Young Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman, YBPW. And joining us by telephone is Mayor Petkovsek, and she is the chair for the mentorship program. Good morning, Mayor, and welcome to the Business Buzz.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. I am the chair of the YBPW and partner with other organizations as part of the mentorship program.
Thank you for joining us, and of course, you're joining us via telephone this morning. It's a pity we can't have you in the studio. I love company in the studio. But
yes, I also wish I could be there. I apologize for that.
But it's good to have you on the telephone. Mayor, before we discuss the mentorship program, is the Young Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman an arm of the Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman?
Yes, absolutely. So we have the full Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman, which is a part of BPW International. Mm-hmm. And the Young Chapter is for members who are part of the Greater Chapter, who are under 35. We come together and work on specific initiatives that we are passionate about. And
one of those initiatives happened to be the mentorship program.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, Mayor, tell us, what prompted the establishment of the mentorship program, and is this program a collaborative initiative?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I was mentioning, the mentorship program is an initiative with other organizations. So we are it's the BPW as well as the Needs Assessment Unit and the Department of Children and Family Services, both part of the Cayman Islands government. Mm-hmm. And we received funding from R3 to initiate the program. So the program was created initially to address the lack of job opportunities available as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and to enhance career opportunities for women. We know that many people in our community and globally have been displaced from employment due to the current pandemic. And even prior to that, there were many barriers for people, particularly women, attempting to enter or re-enter the workforce. And so these barriers were exacerbated by the pandemic, and then it was harder to get access to things for women like childcare, transportation, professional attire, access to technology. And so we really created what is a holistic program to focus on the employment opportunities, but also to address those barriers so that we can encourage people to get back out into the workforce.
Okay. Now, how long has the mentorship program, this pilot program, officially been in operation?
We started the program back in May, so it's been running for a few months now, and will continue for a little bit longer.
Okay. Any idea how long? I mean, just an idea.
Yeah, so initially the program was started as kind of a 10-month program where the initial few months were focused on a employment readiness aspect, mm-hmm. and then there's a mentorship aspect that comes in. But now what it looks like is we've got people in vocational training opportunities, and so it depends more on the length of their vocational training and other opportunities that they're accessing. We're willing to continue the program. I mean, we've got funding that will begin to dwindle towards the end of next year, so we're looking to other opportunities for funding as well.
Okay.
To continue the program administrator and to continue being able to support through vocational training and different aspects like that, and to continue really addressing those barriers, because that's been a big part of what's made this program successful. And so while the program was initially scheduled to run until February, it will likely run a little bit longer into next year.
Okay. So you currently have 6 participants in the program. Now, are you going to continue with the current 6 participants, or do you plan to include more as the pilot program continues?
So currently in the pilot program, we're going to continue with the 6 participants because we want to see them through to employment opportunities. But we are looking at measuring our impact and looking at how we can really see how successful the program has been, because there are things that we've learned throughout the process, and there's things that we would do better to do it next time, while at the same time there's really big successes that we've seen throughout the program, like the way that it's really built up the confidence of the participants and really encourage them to see the opportunities that are available to them and opportunities that could be available to them. And so at this point, we're not looking to increase because we want to keep our focus at the participants and see them through to the end. But we are hoping that this program will continue after that as well.
Okay. Now, are all the participants female?
Yes, they are. And that was because we recognize that women entering and re-entering the workforce experience different barriers, like childcare. A lot of times, women who want to enter the workforce have barriers, like they can't leave their children at home or can't find childcare, and that was something that was really exacerbated through the pandemic, where there weren't as many childcare opportunities or spaces at some of the facilities. So that was something that we're addressing through the program, and to focus specifically on women. Okay.
And these participants, of course, were specifically chosen by the Needs Assessment Unit, as you mentioned, and Department of Children and Family Services, as well as in conjunction with other organizations, correct?
Yeah, so the participants were chosen by the Needs Assessment Unit and the Department of Children and Family Services as their participants who've been significantly impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. They were identified also as having the ability and potential to be employed given the appropriate support, and so we felt like they would be well suited for the program.
Okay. Now, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. We have joining us via telephone Mayor Petkovsek, and Mayor, I hope I haven't butchered your name at all.
Not at all.
And she's joining us to tell us about the pilot mentorship program that's being put on by the Young Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman, YBPW. Mayor, hold the line for us, please. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion. Thanks to our sponsors this morning, Cayman Insurance Center, Optical Outlook, and of course, Cayman Medical Supplies.
2020. Unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Optical Outlook Caymanian Village location has moved. Same great services and products, new location. We've moved to Anderson Square in central Georgetown. It's a much larger space with dedicated parking. Please call us on 746-2020 to make your appointment at our new location today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Please come see the difference with Optical Outlook, Cayman's premier optical provider.
Some believe cancer doesn't happen to people who are young, healthy, and happy, but it does.
The Lions Club of Tropical Gardens invite the community to join the Brenda Tibbetts Lund Memorial Virtual Walk Run, October 29th to 31st, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Walk any day between October 29th to the 31st.
Walk alone, run with a team, or participate with your family. Registration is only $25 at eventpro.ky or the Lions Club of Tropical Gardens Pink Shop on Shedden Road, located across from the Mango Tree Restaurant parking lot. Registration includes a t-shirt or tank top and raffle entry. Funds raised will help to support mammogram screenings. Post your walk-run photos to Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Hashtag BTL Walk Run. Hashtag LCTG Breast Cancer Awareness. Email photos to bcawareness@gmail.com. The Lions Club of Tropical Gardens Brenda Tibbetts Lund Memorial Virtual Walk Run, October 29th to the 31st.
Just never give up.
If you think you might be infected with COVID-19, take these steps to help prevent other people from getting sick. Stay home except to seek medical care. Call your doctor before visiting. Separate yourself from others who live with you. Wear a mask. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue and clean your hands right away. Schedule a COVID-19 test by visiting hsa.ky. Stay aware of how you feel. If you start to have difficulty breathing or if you're worried about your health, call your doctor. For more tips, visit www.gov.ky/coronavirus.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. It's 29 minutes until 9 o'clock. You're tuned to the Business Buzz. We have our guest joining us by phone this morning. No one in the studio. It's me, myself, and I. And our producer, Miss Susan Watson, in the other studio. So we're keeping each other company. Mayor is the chair. Mayor is the chair for the mentorship program at YBPW. Good morning again, Mayor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for staying on the line. So, Mayor, we're talking about, in case somebody's just joining us, the organization, of course, and the pilot mentoring program for the Young Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman. Now, is there any particular, in this program, in this pilot program, is there any particular employment field that the program concentrates on specifically, or does it depend on the interest, the experience, and even the qualification of the participants?
So the program itself does not concentrate on any particular employment field. There are some parts of the program that are consistent for all participants, but the program was designed to take into consideration the individual's interest and skill set to assist them in pursuing a path that was best suited for them. So, for example, some participants were not exactly sure what career path, or they may have changed their thought process going through the mentorship program once they were able to identify their skills and like their soft and hard skills and their qualifications and look at what would be best suited for them. But the goal of the program is to support participants to access vocational training that will allow them to gain employable skills through the program. And the current participants have expressed interest in a variety of training courses, such as administration. One of them is completing a course to become a legal secretary. We're looking at social work programs and also auto mechanics. And we've also tried to match when they go through the mentoring aspect of the program. We've tried for some of them to match people who are in a field that they're interested in so that they can get that professional mentorship that way as well.
Okay, and you said auto mechanic, right?
Yeah.
I like that. Love it. Now, Mayor, having said that, can you talk me through how the program works? For example, do the participants, you did allude to it earlier in our discussion, do the participants attend classes on a regular basis, or do they go on work experience, or even shadow a BPW member at work?
So the program itself is broken into phases. So during the first phase that took place from May to August, the participants attended the Tools for Success program at Inspire Cayman Training. It's a career readiness program that was very well received by the participants. So during that time, they attended specific classes 2 days a week. They were in class for most of the day. Most of them were able to graduate from that program during that time and graduated in August and have moved on to the second phase. And so in the second phase of the program, beginning in September, we hosted mentor and mentee training because all of the mentors are people who are BPW members. And so we hosted training for them. We also hosted training for the mentees, and we matched them. And so that phase of the program has begun. And at the same time, from September onwards, they are now accessing vocational training. So the vocational training, as I mentioned, is in the field that they had chosen. And throughout this entire time, BPW has also, since May, been hosting monthly life skills sessions. So as part of the holistic nature of this program, we are recognizing that participants also require skills in budgeting, in parenting, in self-care and wellness, etiquette, and so we've been hosting monthly life skills sessions in partnership with different community organizations, including DCFS and other organizations, and hosting those sessions to continue the learning and make sure that the program is holistic.
It would have been nice to have at least a couple of the ladies either in the show on the phone this morning or in the studio. But at some point we'll get them in to see how it's working out for them, and get some feedback. Now, Mayor, R3 Cayman Foundation is donating to this program. Can you share with us some more details on how much the foundation is donating to the program, and some more details, if you can?
Absolutely. We are beyond grateful to R3 Cayman Foundation for being a part of this program and for supporting this program from the very beginning, from the development phases as well. R3 has donated $55,000 for this program, dependent on spending. This program, the funding from them is used specifically to pay for vocational training. We provide a monthly stipend to all of the participants, and we have a program administrator who supports the engagement of ladies in the program and helps address any of the barriers and things like that come up. And as part of R3's recovery mandate, they seek to provide funding to NPOs such as BPW, which include a mentorship program in their mentorship component in their program to assist people whose job opportunities have been limited by the COVID-19 pandemic. So their initial donation was extremely beneficial for us to be able to start the program and be able to now cover the Tools for Success program that we paid for with Inspire Cayman training, as well as any additional vocational training that the ladies are now involved in.
That is awesome. Thank you, R3 Cayman Foundation.
Absolutely.
Wow, that is awesome. Now, we do believe that the program also gets some assistance from the Needs Assessment Unit, NAU. Can you tell us more about that?
Absolutely. So because many of the clients accessing the program are clients of the Needs Assessment Unit as well, they are a key partner who have been with us since the development phase as well. And when we began experiencing additional barriers, the Needs Assessment Unit also really stepped up and were able to support us by providing an additional donation of $5,000, which helped us to pay for childcare and transportation, particularly during the time while the ladies were accessing the Inspire Cayman training program, so that they could have childcare and transportation to access the program and to attend classes.
Now, I think that's an awesome program. And I'm pretty sure those young ladies are appreciative of, what's being done to help them get back into the workforce. Now, Mayor, in terms of progress of the participants, where are they now in this journey, and what has been the feedback so far?
Absolutely. So as you mentioned, they are very appreciative, but what we've been able to really see, and we've had conversations with them about looking at, where they were when they began the program versus where they are now. Several of them are in vocational training now. They've been able to graduate from the Tools for Success program, so they've experienced that kind of graduation and confidence and be able to be proud of themselves. But all of them have reported confidence in themselves, being able to build up their own self-esteem. A second thing that they've recognized that is really, really important and helps to shape their vocational training is recognizing what skills that they have, because we all have skills within ourselves. A big part of the program is increasing their network, so being involved with Inspire Cayman training, who had people coming in, as well as to the monthly life skills classes from BPW and their mentors. They've been able to increase their professional networks and gain skills in networking. They've had access to childcare and transportation and other barriers that they experienced, that they could access training opportunities and look for employment. And they just had confidence in building up their resumes and building up their cover letters and gaining skills and how to apply for jobs. And so we've seen lots of different progress through the last few months that we've been running the program. And so we're really committed to making sure that we run it through to the end once they've completed those programs, or are deep into those programs where they're able to do it more independently.
Wow. Now, that's the Young Business and Professional Women's Club. You're doing an amazing job. And Mayor, as a chair of the mentorship program, I can tell you're doing an amazing job. I want to say congratulations. Now, we're heading up to 9 o'clock, but we still have some time left on the program. So what we'll do is take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion. If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. I'm Anita Khan, and joining us by telephone is Mayor Petkovsek, and she is the chair for the mentorship program of the Young Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman, and she's been discussing mostly the pilot program for the pilot mentorship program for the YBPW.
Optical Outlook Caymanian Village location has moved. Same great services and products, new location. We've moved to Anderson Square in central Georgetown. It's a much larger space with dedicated parking. Please call us on 746-2020 to make your appointment at our new location today. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Please come see the difference with Optical Outlook, Cayman's premier optical provider.
2020, unprecedented times, uncertainty, and literally a new way of life.
Life happens, usually without warning.
That is why making sure that your family is insured is so important.
Cayman Insurance Center, 47 years strong, working to protect your family and your most valuable assets.
Whether you need to get a quote, renew a policy, or file a claim, Cayman Insurance Center is here to protect you and your family.
For more information, call 949-4657. Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, health, motor, and other lines of insurance products and services at affordable rates.
Did you know our reefs are home to over 45 different kinds of corals and more than 125 different species of fish? Cayman's amazing coral ecosystems provide so many benefits to our lives. But an aggressive coral disease called stony coral tissue loss disease, or Skittle D, is making its way around Grand Cayman and threatening our incredible corals. That's why the Department of Environment's Skittle D response team is hosting Coral Fest at the Grand Caymanian former Holiday Inn in Safe Haven on Saturday, November 6th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Meet the Skittle D scientists and learn what makes Cayman's corals so important to us. Bring the kids for coral games, educational booths, and awesome prizes. Entry is free. Email coral@gov.ky or visit doe.ky for more info.
89.9 Radio Cayman helps you to weather the storm during this hurricane season.
One of the most crucial elements of hurricane preparedness is storm awareness. During the season, it is of utmost importance to pay attention to the latest local weather forecasts, as hurricanes do not suddenly form or strike. There are various methods of advanced notification. Utilizing such may be the difference between a favorable outcome and disaster. Both television and radio serve as excellent mediums with up-to-the-minute storm path information in the wake of a hurricane. Another method of tracking a hurricane may be only arm's length away. Your smartphone or tablet can be your most valuable tool before, during, and after a storm, providing countless numbers of apps with crucial hurricane information. Many apps allow you to track storms with moving radar and satellite imagery, plus offer alerts, current conditions, forecasts, advisories, and even video.
This hurricane preparedness tip was brought to you by your community radio station, Radio Cayman, 89.9 FM.
Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning and welcome back to the Business Buzz. We only have one segment of the buzz this morning, and this morning we're focusing on the Young Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman, YBPW, as we learn more about the organization and the pilot mentoring program. And joining us by telephone is Miss Mara Petkovsek, and Mara is the chair for the mentorship program. Mara? Mary there? Mary, are you still on the line? Okay, no, she's not there. Mary, she'll join us in a few minutes. I think we lost her during the break. We're going to talk about, is she there, Susan? Mary, good morning. Mary? Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Oh, there you are. There you are. I'm so glad I didn't lose you permanently. Mary, welcome back to the Business Buzz. How can one join the Young Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman?
Absolutely. So if you're interested in becoming a BPW member or a YBPW member, you can email us at info@bpwgcm.org. So it's BPW and GCM for Grand Cayman. And get in touch with us. You can also contact us through Facebook or social media. We meet on the third Wednesday of every month at 5:30 p.m. And it's a great way to get connected to a network of people who are interested in, making a difference in our community and getting involved in the community. And if anyone is interested in reaching out and supporting the mentorship program in any way, you can also email the same email address and direct your email to me. And again, the email address is info@bpwgcm.org.
Okay. Now, depending on the success of this pilot program, hopefully there'll be a this program will continue for a while. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that the program is going to continue with the 6 participants that we have. And depending on the success of the 6 participants, we'll be looking at seeing how we can continue the program with additional participants and start a new cohort as well.
Okay, but it sounds intense, but also sounds like it will be a successful one for the 6 young ladies who are currently participating. Now, Mayor, can you? Is there anything else you'd like to leave with our listeners this morning?
Absolutely. So we have seen great success throughout this program. We've seen we've seen the confidence and the success in the women and who they are from where they started, and we've really been able to help support them build up the confidence that they have in themselves, and that's most important for us. And then hopefully go through that process to gain long-term employment. And the program, I think, has been so effective so far because of the holistic nature of the program, because we're looking at supporting all of the barriers that they're experiencing that we don't necessarily think of when we just think of applying for jobs, like technology. And we've provided laptops to a few of the participants now as well, who didn't have access to laptops prior. And so there's lots of ways that I think people in the community can get involved and support the program and other people who are experiencing barriers in the same way. But we've been really grateful to R3 and NAU, as well as DCSS, to be able to partner with all of those organizations and get support to run the program.
Okay. And if there's anything else you'd like to leave with our listeners about the Young Business and Professional Women's Club of Grand Cayman as well.
With the BPW organization of Grand Cayman, we are an organization of women who just love to get involved in the community, who want to be a part of the community as well as network with one another. A big thing that we're looking at in our Young BPW chapter at the moment is mentorship within the organization and outside the organization. And so that was a great way for us to connect with the program and develop this program. And if you're looking to get involved, it's something that has been a really great connection for me to our community, but also to other women who have similar interests and are and look forward to getting together with each other.
Okay. Mayor, it's been a pleasure speaking with you this morning on the telephone. Like I said, wish we could have you in the studio, but I know it wasn't convenient at this time. We appreciate your time, and we wish you all the very best with the mentorship program. Now, before I let you go, I look at I think about all the things that you mentioned about the ladies, the confidence in themselves, building their self-esteem, recognizing their own skills, having that access to childcare and transportation, confidence in their resume, and having that sense of purpose. That's an awesome program. Sounds to me. So here's hoping that those who are listening and are interested in getting back out there into the workforce will reach out and be a part of maybe the next program or future programs.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much, Mayor, and you have a safe and wonderful day today. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
You as well.
Thank you for joining us in the Business Buzz this morning. Oh, we're finishing up a bit early, Susan. I mean, you got more time for some music, right? Thanks to our listeners and our YouTube viewers. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks to our producer, Miss Susan Watson, for producing the program this morning. And until Tuesday, Tuesday, we'll be into a brand new month, Tuesday, November 2nd, when we bring you another Business Buzz. In the meantime, please stay safe. Remember to mask up when you have to do so. Keep your hands sanitized. If you can't sanitize, simple soap and water will do the same job. And don't forget to practice social distancing. In the meantime, please stay safe. Cayman, thanks again.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. And Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Health City, now open at Camana Bay 7 days a week. Optical Outlook, now at their new location in Anderson Square. Come see the difference with Optical Outlook. And Lee's Office Products Limited, at Paddington Place, Godfrey Nixon Way, moving your business forward.